Alright, so we're going to take a look at a really cool special flash card, crazy of cricks, and that is the Everdrive N8 Pro NES flash card. So what can this do, and should you pick it up? Well, let's check it out. Alright, take a closer look at the card. For the card, looks nice. It's a nice red color, red translucent color. I love the color on this. It's got a save battery, which is nice for save states and stuff. I also believe it's used for the real-time clock as well. On the top here, you've got a USB port for debugging, as well as file transfer to the SD card. I have the SD card right there. It just ejects with a spring mechanism, just like the other cartridges do. Very self-explanatory. And then this button here, this is utilized for Famicom disk system game switching, so flipping sides, which is pretty cool. All of that in this little cartridge. Now, there is one thing I wanted to mention about this little button, and let's go ahead and pop it in the NES and take a look and see what it is able to do. Okay, so we have the cart here. We're going to go ahead and put it in the NES. And I'm going to push it down. Now notice when I push it down, that's where this little button is. It's right here. It's real hard to see on camera. Let me see if I can zoom in. Nope, can't. Sorry. Okay, you can kind of see it right there. So that's the button right there. Okay, the problem is when you push it down, and if I zoom out, see there's no way to push the button. The button's down in there, so you can't push it. So if you want to play Famicom Disk System games on traditional NES here, you're out of luck. You're going to have to get a top loader or an NES clone. But let's go ahead and take a look and see how games actually play on this thing and what it's capable of doing. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. Okay, here we go. Here's the menu system. I've got my Panzer controller, my lovely Panzer III controller here. So we've got a lot of different folders I have here for various games. I'm only going to focus on, well, I'll show a couple of things here. So first thing I want to show you is if I hit the, I did not want to hit that. Let me get out of this. Okay, so I showed you a little bit of stuff earlier here, but I'm trying to figure out what button. What is it? It's it's the select button. All right, so we got options. This is the main menu. We got options. Come in here. You got in-game menu. Turn on or off. You got cheats on or off, so it supports Game Genie, which is really cool. You got reset delay. I'm not sure what that's for. File sorting. If you have one on or off. If you have it on, each folder can support up to 1,024. Sorted files. If you have it off, it is unlimited. I keep it on just because I like it to be able to sort the games. Swap menu A and B. If you want to do that. FTS auto swap is on. So I think what happened is in one of the recent firmware versions is that they went ahead and determined that, hey, that's a problem, what I just mentioned there. So I think that's what this is for. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's what it's for. So it'll auto flip the disc if you need it to, which is definitely handy on a traditional NES where you don't have the access to that button. Boot last game, on or off. In-game combos. This is the button combo you're going to use. Various things. So you got quick save state, quick load state, in-game menu. The menu default is down plus start. Save load key. So if I want to go ahead and do a quick save, I can go ahead and do, let's say I wanted to do select and up. Okay, so now that's going to be my quick save. I wanted to do a quick load, I'll do down and select. Okay, so now that's set. So now I also have audio balancing. So I can come in here and I can change the audio options here, which is nice. Now I'm going to play this on a traditional monitor, so I'm not going to have any speakers hooked up to this, so I don't hear any sound. But I just want to go ahead and show you some gameplay. So RTS setup is a real-time clock. I don't have it set, but this is handy for setting the date so that if you wanted to go back and back up your save states, like to a computer, you can easily find them based on the date and time they were created, which is definitely nice. Now, coming down to recently played, here's all the recent games I've played, quite a bit. And you got system folder, so here's all the system stuff here. You wanted to check it out, you can. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in here and do options again. Oh, no, sorry. I'm looking at cheats. So this supports Game Genie cheats. So if I wanted to go on the internet and find a Game Genie code for my favorite game, I can pop it in here, and it'll go ahead and apply it. Right now, it's set to Steel Legion. I don't think there's any cheat codes for that game. But let's say if I wanted to go into commercial games, let's go down to Super Mario 3. Just for the sake of selecting it. So is that enough to... Let's see if it's enough to do it. Oh, nope. So it has to be loaded into memory. So I have to actually load this game up, and then it'll be loaded to memory, or... Okay, so that's what it does. So cheats loads... It references the last game played. And that's why Steel Legion is listed here. That makes sense. That's kind of cool. But you can also select any game, hit the A button, go down to cheats, and now it'll apply it to whatever game you've selected the cheats for. So you can, if you want to do like always Big Mario or always Raccoon Mario, you can do that and have them on, which is pretty cool. Now, let's see, coming down here, you've got system flow. I already mentioned that. Device info. So here's all of the device information for the cartridge. Pretty cool. So if you wanted to see that, you can. Diagnostics. This is pretty cool. So this will go ahead and run a diagnostic test on the cartridge. As doing so, it's kind of a little glitchy. Wow. Really glitchy. Really, really glitchy. But hey, it's done. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what the test can do. It's pretty cool. So if you wanted to see that, you can. Okay, and then about. So here's all the information about, which is kind of cool. Now, let's take a look at some actual gameplay footage here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of the review ROMs that I've done in the past. So let's take a look at my favorite games. We're going to go ahead and take a look at my absolute favorite way to play Tetris, and that is From Below. And we're going to just load it up here. And as you can see, it loads it instantaneously. Loads it pretty darn well. And now I'm playing From Below on a flash card on the NES, and it just plays surprisingly well. Very, very well. I love the way that this loads cartridges or games so quickly. And yeah. So this is a look at From Below. Now, let's take a look at a couple other games here. Again, one of my favorite games to play whenever I'm feeling in the mood for Tetris. This is usually what I'll put on. Either that or From Below Pocket, which is the Game Boy iteration of this. Both really great games. Let's go ahead and go to the menu. So now I can go ahead and save state if I wanted to. I could do Restore Last Save, Restore Last Load, Cheats. If I wanted to reapply cheats, I can do that. Let's say I'm not doing too well in the game. I can come in here, apply cheats on the fly, which is pretty cool, and then go right back into the game, which is really, really neat. Even pause it for you. It's pretty cool. Now, let's say I wanted to go ahead and save it. Now, remember, I went ahead and tied a key combination. I believe I did down or select and down. That's going to save it. And now, if I go, say I screw up real bad, select and up. And it's going to... Oh, did it save it? Oh, it saved it. I think it saved it. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not sure why it didn't work. Anyway. At least the... it's the menu shortcut works. Okay, so let's look at From Below. Let's look at a couple other ones here that are pretty awesome. Let's go and take a look at one of my favorite games to play of all time on the 2600, which plays extremely well on the NES, and that is Berserk for the NES. Love this game. Here we got Berserk on the NES, and it plays so good. Now you can't hear it, of course. Well, you can hear me creaking, but the voices are really cool. The sound effects are really cool. There's crazy Otto run away from him. So pretty cool way to play Berserk, if I do say so myself. Let's go ahead and jump out of this and go into another game. Okay, so we're taking a look. We took a look at Berserk. We took a look from below. Let's take a look at. Let's see here. What should we look at next? Let's do the. Let's see. Let's do Z&Z. I love this game. I love Z&Z. And it's such a cool game. So this is a platformer where you just collect all the little diamonds and move on to the next round, trying to get as many points as you can. It's pretty cool. You can play competitively if you want to play 2-player, which is really neat. I absolutely love this game. This game's a blast to play. Again, the games load instantaneously. It's so quick. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of this. Okay, so I want to take a look at a commercial game here. Let's go and take a look at Super Mario Bros. 3. Again, it loads extremely quick, instantaneously. I love the way this game, it's just all the games load so quick. And here we go. We're playing Super Mario Bros. 3 on this wonderful flash cartridge. The Everdrive N8 Pro is amazing. It is a really great way to play your NES library. Classic game. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more games here. Okay, so we're going to do a commercial game. We took a look at some homebrews. Let's take a look at one more game that is just really cool to look at. And that is the lovely Adventures of Panzer series. Let's go take a look at the third game. Well, no, it's not. No, it's not. I believe we covered this enough. Actually, no. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Nice. Let's do the Adventures of Panzer 3. Arguably my favorite game in the series. Let's do Skip Prelude. Let's go ahead and just do M-Dog. We're skipping all of it. Let's go ahead and grab Panzer. And let's grab Vespido. And let's do D-Muscles. We're skipping that. Here we go. Panzer 3. Amazing, amazing platformer. Great humor. Wonderful gameplay. I love the party management in this game. It's pretty cool. I love how they all have their different abilities. I love how the stages change depending on who you bring with you, which is really cool. I like how the stages dynamically change with the party. Pretty neat. Playing my Panzer 3 controller. So pretty cool little platformer here. Amazing game. Tons of fun. Okay, let's move on. Last game I'm going to show you. And that is a Famicom Disk System game. And that's going to be... I don't remember if it's in this one. Or it's in the other. It's right here. Yumi Koju Doki Doki Panic. For those who don't know, this is the Famicom Disk version, original version of Super Mario Bros. 2. Well, what would become Super Mario Bros. 2. This is Doki Doki Panic. Now, this is different. And as you can see, even with it being a Famicom Disk System image, it loads extremely fast. It's just that's it. That's it. You wait a couple seconds versus what, a couple minutes with Famicom Disk System. I might be exaggerating it a tad, but yeah, this is Doki Doki Panic Famicom Disk System running on the Everdrive N8 Pro, and it looks amazing. Again, it loads quick, it performs very well, and it is definitely a ton of fun to play. Famicom Disk Systems on the NES without having to have the Famicom Disk System accessory. It's just awesome. And the fact that it loads so quick, it's just so cool. Now, I made this game, what the difference is between this version and what we got is if you come up here and you get the lamp, not a potion, a lamp in this one, and you drop it, you still go to the subzone, but instead of a mushroom, it's a heart. You still have the coins though, right here. So those will still be a thing. Interestingly enough, in this game, Birdo is still in this game, which I thought was kind of odd. Why they chose to keep Birdo in Super Mario Bros. 2 USA and not change it. That was kind of interesting that they would leave that boss in here. I mean, yes, you can argue the Shy Guys are still here. Okay, I'll give you that. But I thought it was interesting that they kept Birdo. But you see there, the shells aren't shells, the hearts are not hearts, the stars are still stars, and the potions are now, or were then, excuse me, lamps. Let's go ahead and just take out Birdo here real quick. There we go. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and jump up here. See, there's Birdo. Looks a little different. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go, got him. Her. Actually, well, technically, canonically, whatever the hell you say it, Birdo is a him. There's nothing wrong with that. And you can see the bonus is a little bit different too. Definitely different than what you would normally see in Super Mario Bros. 2 USA. But then you move on to the next stage, chapter 212. So instead of stages or chapters in this one, I think it's based on like some kind of like a folktale, like a novel or some kind of historical aspect, if I remember right. They even kept the carpet dude in the US release. Okay, that's enough. We're gonna go ahead and close this out here. Alright, so let's look at the Everdrive N8 Pro. A wonderful flash cartridge. I want to thank Crick so much for the opportunity to cover this. It's such a great little flash card. Is it worth the 150? I think it's 160 bucks. Yeah, given what this thing could do, yes, 100%. So if you want a more in-depth review for this cartridge, you can head over to the Otaku Authority. I've done a written article for it. Give it a read. Appreciate that. If you want to pick this up for yourself, I will leave a link to get the cartridge in the description down below. I don't get any kickback from Craig's and his team at all. It's just a means for you to pick up a wonderful cartridge that is very, very well made. I said it in the article. I'll say it here. Craig's is hands down the best team to create retro gaming flash cartridges, hands down, bar none. With the exception of the GBA card, from what I've read. But when it comes to like Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Gear, Game Boy Color, NES, Master System, I'm sure is up there. They're the best. They're the best. I'm not being paid to say that. I wholeheartedly 100% believe that they are the best. So pick this cartridge up. You won't regret it. It's worth the price. Now, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, until next time. Take care and happy gaming.